me game. I think that's more of a fireball than firewater. Cool idea they could have done for the party NPC things would be like if you weren't a tank class, have the poster Warrior of Light as the tank, and then his other party members as the other NPC supports. That would have been cool.
That would have been a funny idea, but given the fact that we are supposed to do a poster Warrior of Light, at the very least having his party companions actually matters. The rogue
Yeah. Yeah. For like the Realm Reborn, and then like had like a different group come as you went through different expansions. Cause like Realm Reborn up to a certain point you're with just like the random NPCs until it finally puts the Scions in. So it would have been like a nice touch of like you're with your adventure party until you all go your separate ways. Your chaotic lore of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man, Ungus, had been exposed. When they come to Rendezvous Point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place in the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Chaotic. Let's make sure it does. I will do my very best, sir. I can't wait to get my mount and be able to fly. Ah. I think that's honestly what takes the longest to get through a Realm Reborn is the fact that you're on foot. Like, you have the chocobo quarters, but still, like, they don't go as far or as fast as a mount does. I have to go this way. Okay, through the amps. Yeah, they're on a designated path. So can you just fly up and over the mountain? Destination. Proceed. I'm gonna stand up for a bit. Bait in place. Your man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Malja appear. Yes, sir. Ah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Ah ha 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 ha. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Gah ha 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 ha! Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Ha ha ha! Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Murder! Put up your weapon, your comrade's a dead man. Behind you. Bring her. The rest of you march. Traitor scum. Loading, loading, loading. I fear the Malja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Duty time! Oh, you can go with party NPCs. Nice. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servant beseeches you. Grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it pleases you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody Hills. Bring those two as well. Ugh. What's going on? This isn't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No! Spare me, I beg you! Pitiful children of man. By my breath, I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. I'm doing voices.
Oh,
A promise to.
your voice will make you, like your throat will make you pitch.
I will suffer. I will still try. I promised more enthusiastic voice acting. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? I'll possess the echo, motherfucker. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that's the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine aberrant kind. Thy existence is not to be suffered. Let's go with it. The waves. Yeehaw! I don't like that my stance keeps turning off. Since I'm higher level than the content, it keeps turning off my stance. Succumb to the inferno. Pray, forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Malja zealots. I swear, each seemed more benevolential than the last. Resistant what? Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time in extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Chaotic. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a orbital baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybound, shall we? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 8th Legion. That's 7th. That's a 7. I'm a dumb. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any good reading worth a damn. Not there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I'm troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Chaotic, come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their gods' ignominious defeat, the Malja will be less likely to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said for their minds, for once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negative. Amidst all our misfortunes, there's still reason to rejoice, if it is slain by your hand no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Chaotic. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Anfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust she shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You meanwhile have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Don't take too long, says the one that took forever to get to me. Oh yeah, I'm 138, so now I can queue for Cutter Scry. Continue my mission all the way to the queue. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us about the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, given a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Chaotic her life. I wasn't there when the Malja took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Chaotic, it's good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Malja undertook both the robbery and the abductions, with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is the tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar instances have been rife in both Limsa, Lominsa, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of the aether crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which the primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or erethic consolation, which grants the being physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers, worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected.